What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD1 here, back in here on PlayStation Source. With me, of course, is a good friend of the channel, a good friend of mine. You may have heard him on a particular Road to Part 2 episode 24, I think.
Maybe.
I think something like that. But Robot Rock on Discord.
Hey, you can also call me Omar Nakvi if you'd like.
Deal. All
That's
that.
my first name.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
All that good stuff. So, with, of course, 2020, PlayStation Source, 2020 content going in, we wanted to expand the Road 2 series. Of course, Road 2, Part 2 was the main show, and that launched in 2019, but we want to expand it to more games, to cover a broader, sense of games. And so, this is the first episode of Road to Dreams, and I named this episode. I haven't named any of the Road to Part 2 episodes other than like Road to Part 2 and the number that it is, but I want to give this one a kind of title, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call it The Dream So Far.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So episode 1 here, we're just gonna go over Dreams So Far, right? And that is leading up to the development, everything that's been throughout these past few months, and leading up to today, where the latest news is that it went gold and the game is coming out on Valentine's Day. So before we get into all of this timeline business, how do you feel about Dreams overall as like a concept? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you intrigued by Dreams? Are you gonna buy it? Just let me know your overall just surface level thoughts about Dreams, my boy.
Sure. I think Dreams is like maybe the coolest game being made right now. And I can't wait to play it. I have the thing already, the early access bought, so I'm already all in. But I haven't really checked it out too much at this point.
Yeah. That's really one big regret, is that I wish I got the early access version, because it was only $30. If you got there early, you're gonna pay $10 less than the copy at retail than the full release, because the full release is at $40. But we'll talk about all that when we get to that point in the timeline. But I do wish that I bought the early access. Do you still play it, or did you just touch it and then kind of just not touch it in a while? Like,
that's exactly what happened. Gotcha. I bought it when they put it out and said, "Oh wow, this seems really cool." But I guess I was just kind of waiting for the final thing at this point.
Yeah.
Dive really deep into it.
Yeah, because there, as we'll talk about in the episode, like, there's no PSVR. Do you have a PSVR?
I have a PSVR.
Okay, I see. Okay.
I got it from QVC for $110.
Dang it, yo, Christian!
It was so sick.
Christian linked me that, and I was at work and I didn't see it, so I missed it. Bro, I was so mad, bro. When he told me it was
the best Mario
$110,
64 tweet I ever saw.
When he told me it was shout out Mario 64. When he told me it was 110, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Yeah.
And then I told him, listen, next time the PSVR is ever that low, buy it for me and I'll pay you back, bro. I promise. Like,
okay.
Like, whatever, dog. Just if you see it and it's running out of time, just buy it. I'll pay you. Don't worry about it. I'll pay you interest actually as well. I'll pay you interest.
Oh, great.
But here we go. The Dream So Far, right? So the devs, of Dreams, of course, are Media Molecule, right? They're one of the core first-party studios at PlayStation, I'd say, like, overall, right? And I feel like Media Molecule definitely rose to a lot more prominence during the PS3 era with Little Big Planet. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Right?
Because I think the only game before that was was it like Ragdoll Kung Fu? Is that what it was?
I forgot. Oh man,
yeah.
I should have put in the notes. I forgot
no,
what.
I'm pretty sure it was this one. There was they put out Ragdoll Kung Fu, I think, on PC.
Huh. Okay.
On Steam, and then like a year later they put it on PS3.
So did they put it on PS3 in response to them being purchased by Sony, or?
I believe so. I believe that was kind of the thing.
Okay, I see. So they released that first initial game on PC, like, as an independent studio,
yes.
Not interesting.
It was actually, I think, the first like third-party game on Steam too. So like, other than like your Half-Lives and Portals, it was that.
Oh, wow! Look at that. That's honestly pretty interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. But for me in Little Big Planet, I'm trying to think which. I think I had the first Little Big Planet on PS3. I think it was either 1, 2, or 3. Honestly, I couldn't tell you which one, but I know I had a Little Big Planet on PS3. But my favorite Little Big Planet was the one on Vita.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
I had that.
That one I loved. That one was so fun for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just love that version, and I'm pretty sure the Media Molecule didn't develop that version, did they? I don't think it was them.
Was it Sumo Digital? Or
why does Sony Bend come to? No, it wasn't Sony Bend either. Was it?
Oh, it might have been Sony Bend. I don't know.
I feel like Sony Bend's coming to mind. I'm not sure because I know Bend they worked on wait, no, not Unit 13. Uncharted Golden Abyss. Zipper Interactive was Unit 13. But beside the point. Beside the point. Sure. We come up.
Oh, Cambridge. Was it Sony Cambridge?
Cambridge. Yeah.
Was it?
Gorilla
All
Cambridge? Right. Was it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they became Gorilla Cambridge after, I think, was it Killzone Mercenary? Then Gorilla bought them. Or something. They got merged with them.
Let me say something. As much as I loved Little Big Planet on Vita, right?
Okay.
Killzone Mercenary. Jesus, I love that game. I loved that game at Unit 13 on my Vita. Those two.
Okay.
Those were in heavy rotation back in the day. I love
that Killzone game was absolutely gorgeous on the Vita.
It was
so good.
So good. Even the multiplayer mode was actually was honestly really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I miss it.
I never played much Unit 13. But I think Gorilla Cambridge and Zipper are now out of business.
Actually, fun fact: Jeremy Dunham, wrote Unit 13. I think either while he was at IGN or after IGN.
Oh, okay.
Went on to open up a little studio called Psyonix and make a little game called Rocket League.
Yeah. Oh!
Would you look at that? Yeah.
That's crazy.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
It. Anyway.
Now he's got that Fortnite money, right?
Yo, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Dude, can you imagine?
Can I tell you a story about me and Little Big Planet?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I was the first fan of Little Big Planet ever.
Please, how is that?
Okay. I'm exaggerating a bit, I think, but like as a family, we got like a PS3 in like launch year.
Ooh, so you paid $600? Oof.
I think we paid $600, and I think I got it at like, let's say July 2007.
I see.
It was the BC model, of course. If you remember, the problem with the PS3 initially was that it had like no games. People would joke about, and I was like, I think 10 or something at the time, and the games that it did have were all rated M, and my parents wouldn't let me play them. So I had to do a lot of research about what a cool like E-rated game would be, and then I found out about Little Big Planet online, and I was really excited for that game to come out.
There you go.
That was it.
You were the first Little Big Planet fanboy.
Also, my brother worked at GameStop at the time Little Big Planet 1 came out, and he got us a copy 1 week early because of he broke the street date or something.
Yep.
Please don't sue me.
No,
but that copy was also like really interesting because if you remember, that game got recalled.
I don't
before
remember
it came out. Yeah, because they had a song in there that had lyrics from the Quran, and you can't do that apparently.
Oh my god! No way.
Yeah, they had to take the game back.
That reminds me. I'm trying to remember which game it was. Okay, so you played Modern Warfare 2, right? Back in its heyday.
Hell yeah.
Okay, right. What was that one thing where on the map Favela there was some writing on the wall in one of the buildings that was in, I believe, Arabic. And I guess it was something offensive. I think. Something like that. There was some debacle about that. I'm not 100% sure. Uh-oh. Robot.
Oh yeah, sorry, am I still here?
Yeah. You're good.
Sorry.
You sound like a robot for like 5 seconds, but now you're good.
Yeah, apparently my ping isn't great. I'm sorry.
It's all good. No worries.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if they recalled Modern Warfare 2 or they just put out a patch.
I know it was a big deal and it was patched, but I forgot if it was Modern Warfare 2. I'm pretty sure, no, because I know it was Favela. But I feel like it happened like years after the game came out. I don't even know. Or maybe like nobody noticed until a few years after the game came out. I don't know.
You could be right. I feel like that was actually a big issue at a few like different media properties at the time. For some
Yeah.
reason, they kept referencing the Quran, and no one knew why.
No one knew why. But flash backwards, I guess. Not flash forwards.
Yes.
Flash backwards. Gamescom 2012, right? Media
Yes.
Molecule takes the stage. They announced that they're working on 2 new games. One of them which would end up being, I think it was actually named on stage. I think they said it outright. Tearaway for the Vita. Did you ever play Tearaway?
Yes, I did play Tearaway.
I did too. I did actually early last year. I actually was my first time playing it.
Was it the first PS4 version?
No, it was one on Vita. I'm not some, listen, I'm a Vita loyalist, all right?
No, that's cool because there's some stuff in that game on the Vita version that I don't think you can do on PS4.
I know.
Right?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, the mechanic of you being the sun and like your camera always showing you as you're playing the game. If you look at the sun, I'm pretty sure that's not on the PS4 unless they use the PSI to do that.
They could do that, but the PS Vita one was so in your face that I bet it wouldn't be as good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if they tried to use the PSI, you would get like your whole torso and it would look odd, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that game was made for the Vita in so many
100%,
ways.
100%. And it was great. It was great.
Yeah, it was cool.
With the rear touchpad and the, all that. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But they announced that, but then they showed off another game that did not get named and would later on be known as Dreams for the next generation of PlayStation consoles. You know what I'm saying? This was 2012. They were gearing up for next gen. Next gen would start the year after that in 2013. So going forward to 2013, they had a tech demo that was shown off that it depicted 2 people controlling a live band via a pair of PlayStation Move wands, which then gave us the confirmation that there would be some move functionality in this game that Media Molecule is making. And this is, I guess 2013 was a interesting time because I feel like Move was kind of on the downslope, right? In 2013, because I feel like
definitely
right, because I feel like Move's heyday was like what 2009 to like 2011. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it had like when Sports Champions came out. I feel like it kind of lived and died very fast.
Yeah. So it seems like pretty late for them to be, utilizing the PlayStation Move wands, but we would know later on that the Move wands got its second renaissance with PSVR. So, you can't shake those Move wands out, But they highlighted an emphasis on creating via sculpting, using the body's motion similar to painting. So you would use the Move wands to sculpt certain things in this like creation tech demo that they were showing off, which I think probably to this day is the most intriguing thing about Dreams. And I'm sure we will get into how if you've made levels in Dreams or if you've created any assets for other Dreams. I do want to know like how straightforward that process is, from your point of view. But nonetheless, they aim to bring a creative experience to the new hardware debuting later that year, which would be the PS4. But they also mentioned they have much to share about the project in the coming months and what turned out to be multiple years ahead. Because again, we are talking about 2012, 2013 here, and we're in 2020, and this game's still not out yet.
It's pretty crazy.
Man. Yeah, it's nuts. What I always think about is this game was number 1 untitled, and number 2 was a tech demo for the PlayStation 4 before it even came out. And here we are at the end of the generation, and it's about to come out.
They have a level of trust in Media Molecule that I think is pretty cool.
I guess so. I think
they're a pretty small studio.
Yeah. I think it's only 50, 60 people, I think.
If it's that, what? It'll be set announcement to release then?
Say that one more time.
Sorry, it'll be 8 years from announcement to release?
Yeah.
So are we approaching Last Guardian numbers there?
Wasn't Last Guardian supposed to be for the PS3 and then
Yeah.
Right? So was that one longer? I don't even know. I know what
I want to say Last Guardian was announced in 2009 and came out in 2016?
Oh, was it 2009? Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Because I know what the long games of development time are Last Guardian, Kingdom Hearts 3. But Kingdom Hearts 3, was it worked on that entire time? I don't think it was.
I don't think so. It was just a long time between 2 and 3.
Yeah. So that might be a little bit different. But Definitely a very, very long development time nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got a very odd teaser. I remember this one. This happened in 2014. It was an odd teaser depicting a man's face silhouette, flashing lights, and a lot more confusion on what the game would turn out to be. But it was Media Molecule. This was their... Wow, I read that completely off key. What the hell? But, like, I feel like as a whole, and especially back then and now, Media Molecule has always been that studio that is artsy, and like they want to do things a little bit differently, and they want you to like have a sense of like wonder and confusion to a degree, and most importantly, I feel like curiosity in terms of anything new that they're developing. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's their shtick, you know?
Totally. I mean, I think they're also like, just by the work so far, they've proven to be like one of the most innovative studios in terms of like, I don't think you get Mario Maker without Little Big Planet or anything, you know, and that level building stuff was crazy.
That's a really good point. Damn, that's a really good point, man. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess in terms of like games that, you know, have a pillar of them being user generated content, they have to be one of, if not the forefront of that. You know,
I would yes, I would totally say that for sure.
I
mean, I think unlike you know, old PC mod communities, there's always people trying to make their own levels and stuff like that.
Right.
But Sony and Media Molecule, Little Big Planet, they kind of made it extremely friendly in a way anyone could do it.
Right. I guess like one could say like they quote unquote like brought the creative notion of like mods to the console space. You know?
Yeah, I totally think so. And they also made a very presentable way to play other people's levels.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's a really good point. I've never really even considered that, but yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely. There was that missing a little bit in Tearaway, but nonetheless, Little Big Planet, obviously, and Dreams. Yeah, it's a good point.
Tearaway was just a really cool game.
Tearaway was a really good fucking game. Really, really good game. I like that a lot. But that all takes us, you know, we have this artsy studio making this game. We've seen, you know, a few things from them that resemble tech demos and different teasers and stuff like that. Then we get to E3 2015, right? PS4 has been out for almost 2 years at that point, about a year and a half and some change, whatever math is, you know. And at E3 2015, Alex Evans took to the stage and got to officially name the game Dreams, right? He called it the most ambitious, exciting game that he had ever worked on. His self-proclaimed aim to make the crowd and viewers watching live at home, quote-unquote, scratch their heads with curiosity definitely was the outcome, as he named the obscure project Dreams at the end of his whole presentation. And he initially described how players will be able to create single levels or quote-unquote dreams, that your dreams will be seamlessly linked to other dreams and other players that have created their dreams, and have like a shared experience overall to create, find, and most importantly, play, and not only your dreams, but other people's dreams. And so I believe what he was describing there, that's the dream surfing mode, right? Is that something that's in early access?
Yeah, the browsing every level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all there right now.
So like, is it seamless? So is it actually seamless? So what, like, I mean by that is that like, if you're playing a level, like, is there really like an in-game like transition, or do you have to go out?
Yeah, it's so sick. It's like,
really?
I'm assuming we're getting a sneak preview of the PS5 no load time stuff with Dreams right now, where it's like,
oh my god, that's a really good point.
You just load up into a world, and it takes like maybe 2 to 3 seconds at most, but
wow,
it's crazy.
But like when you're in a dream, right? Like it is really seamless to go and like, do you back out into a menu and choose a different level, or, and like, I'm just asking because like I genuinely haven't played it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just really curious. So like, is it really just like, if you're in a dream, is there some sort of like icon on this in the world in a given dream to take you to the next one, or like, how does it, you know?
I've just been there might be a feature in this, but what happens is I just get into the dream, then when I want to leave, I think press a start button or something, then I can exit it, then go find the next one, and it always takes like 5 seconds to get in and out of a dream.
I see. So. Okay, so at least in early access is just the art of it being pretty quick and snappy.
I think so.
Interesting.
I could be missing out on a feature though. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know. I mean, I've just always heard of this like dream surfing thing, but I don't know if it's in the early access version or not. But
Oh, is it supposed to be like a channel surfing kind of deal where you just
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe it's in there. I don't know.
But from the way they at least have talked about it, they claim that like it's every dream that's ever been made in dreams, and I assume maybe you can opt out of that dream surfing capability. Like you can have your dream be like private, you know, or something like that, or if it's or maybe like only published dreams and not dreams that are still works in progress. I don't know what type of parameters there are for that, but it seems like you'll be able to just go through a bunch of different people's dreams and just have an endless like amount of experiences without ever having to leave, like to go to select a menu or whatever, you know?
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
That sounds really cool. I'm sad if I missed it.
We'll see. But regardless, Alex then went in onto some more details about how in order to create the levels the studio had in mind, conveying thoughts and ideas into a level via traditional means of creating games wasn't cutting it. So like they always talk about how like, you know, there's obviously game tools in the world right now like Unity and why can't I think of another one? Wow.
Unreal Engine?
Unreal, thank you. Yeah, like those famous game engines, you know what I'm saying? But they said that like what the studio wanted to make, those means of creating games weren't really working well with what they were wanting to create. So they talk a lot about how they completely scrapped it and completely made a whole new tool set for creating the levels that they had in mind, you know. And these tools were definitely means of like motion in terms of creating, like they were utilizing the move wands and DualShock 4 and stuff like that. And so they talk a lot about how they essentially created like a whole new tool set to be able to interface with assets to create different things in games, you know, which I think in itself is a really, really cool thing. And I do have like another episode of Road to Dreams in the future talking about like the potential of what Dreams could be in the future, because I think like Dreams has the potential to be not only a game but much more than that, you know. But that's for another episode. So he debuted a quick sizzle reel as well, showing out different assets of things being sculpted through motion via the DualShock 4, varying from a man sitting, a piano, a door also that he showed, leading in to the first trailer for Dreams. And so this one I feel like is probably the most famous trailer. You know, do you know what I'm talking about? The polar bear mom and the little polar bear. So
I
cute.
think I do.
You know what I'm saying?
There was some pink fuzzy thing. Am I wrong?
Nope.
Okay, yes.
Nope. You're right.
I do remember this.
You're right.
From
Very,
an
very
E3?
good. Yeah, it was from E3. It was okay. So first was the polar bears. No, it was some man like playing this famous lullaby. I know you know it. I just forgot the name of it. But like this lullaby on the piano, whatever. It goes into a polar bear comforting her child, then a high-speed chase on fast ships through a city.
Oh, right.
It was like that, and then it went into a pink teddy bear that was like a killer teddy bear that like went out and like killed different green things, I think. It was very it reminded me of, oh my god, what was that one game where, oh my god, I don't even remember any words to even describe it. Shit.
What?
It
what
was
platform?
It was PS3.
Okay.
It was this game about like a bear.
Naughty Bear.
Naughty Bear.
Oh,
yeah.
was it really?
It reminded me of that. Yeah, in the
No.
trailer. Yeah, yeah. There was like this pink teddy bear that was like a killer teddy bear that would like kill different green things, whatever. And it reminded me of Naughty Bear. Good call. Good call. Man, I don't know if we don't think about Naughty Bear as much as we should.
I think we think about it enough. I don't know.
Think so? Probably we do.
Did you play it? I never played it, honestly.
No, I never played it. I watched trailers about it. Like I know of the game. I just never played it. But
I think they made a sequel to it.
Did they?
I think so.
Oh my god, guys! Road to Naughty Bear 3. Let's go.
Maybe we should get a copy of it.
Let's go
and check it out.
Absolutely. But
all right.
trailer ended right there, and then watching it live at least left me with a lot of what Alex was hoping that the crowd would get. It was very much like I was confused, but overall, I really wanted to know more about the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think I forget if they ever laid down a date or whatever. But wait, no, they said tune in later on in 2015 when they'll be back to discuss more about Dreams. So that's where they left E3 2015 off. Right. But I feel like overall, like as a community, a lot of people were just like very interested in this game. I feel like,
Yes.
and like a lot of people were, the way they were talking about the way Dreams would be seamlessly played to different levels and stuff like that. A lot of people were definitely like interested in the game nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Were you interested in?
Yeah, I thought the concept was super cool.
Yeah.
I was always a bit intimidated by making levels myself.
Same.
And honestly, I think if I remember correctly, in like 2015, I still don't think I exactly had a great idea of what the game was at the time. Do you remember?
I don't think anyone had a great idea of what the game was.
Exactly, because like I feel like for a while there, no one knew what that game was. So
very true.
I was very much looking forward to it based on Media Molecule's pedigree and some of the stuff they've shown, but I hadn't exactly had the idea of what it was really.
Actually, honestly, talking about how I felt at certain times about Dreams, it reminds me a lot of Death Stranding in a way.
Oh, sure.
Of like, man, I really could. I remember famously one of my best friends was like, hey, have you seen that game about, you're playing as Norman Reedus or whatever? I'm like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Death. I'm like, okay. It's called Death Stranding. Yeah, And he asked me like what it's about. And I'm like, listen, this is going to sound very, very odd. But to be honest, I don't know. But I know that I want to at least go and see why. Like, see what it is. Like, So I feel like I had very similar reactions reactions in terms of both games, At least leading
Props
up
to
to
Sony
release.
for funding weird stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But later on in 2015, Media Molecule returned to Paris Games Week, right? And this is where they detailed the concept of the imp, where the imp...
What year was this? I'm sorry.
This was in 2015. This was the same year. Yeah. So the imp in Dreams is essentially the cursor that enables you to select, grab, and sculpt for creation purposes. One can change the color and expression of the imp, as well as giving it a personality and making it the player's own, So it was definitely like a personal... Did you customize your imp?
I think I made him orange.
Fire.
And I don't know if I changed the face.
Are you allowed to name it? Does imp have
No.
No.
I don't think you can.
I think I named mine like Little Shit.
Media
Or
Molecule
like
calls
that.
it. What are you gonna call it?
I would name mine like Little Shit or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I bet the profanity filter would get you on that.
Damn it, you're right. Yeah, it definitely would.
I don't know. I bet the Media Molecule name for it is something like Impy or something.
Yeah, because they do have the upcoming Impy Awards as well, which people talk
Oh,
about.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, is it Impy? Am I?
It has to be.
It's not Imp, is it?
No, I think it is Imp, but I think they made it Impy for the award show.
Oh, okay. I see.
Maybe the species are imps, and then their specific one is Impy.
Because I thought, man, like, have I been watching too much Mandalorian where they refer to Imperial soldiers as imps?
Oh, right? Maybe.
Don't they?
I think so.
Do I even know what I'm talking about anymore? I don't even know.
No,
But
you know what you're talking about.
You know what? You're right. You got
it.
I got my confidence back. It went away, but here we are. Okay. The Paris Games Week 2015 presents revealed the ways that players can utilize other people's creations for their own dreams. Puzzles and platformer mechanics, as well as multiplayer and more, were also unveiled during the 2015 conference. And so this actually, I know of a lot of people that got like a second, like, oh, cool, like this is a really good angle as well, where if you're someone that, works on music or if you're a, 3D artist or whatever, and you didn't want to make a full-on level but still wanted to play Dreams and create for Dreams, you could just make a soundtrack, or you could just make different assets, and that would be added to like this big asset pool, I guess, where other people can use your creations in their own levels. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like really good at making trees, you know, you could submit that tree into like the pool of assets that everyone can use in Dreams, which I think is really neat. I think that's honestly one of the best things about Dreams as well. You know, it like
I agree.
Yeah, like it encourages like a collaborative sense, and like I think it's just really cool. Like if I ever made a soundtrack on Dreams, whatever, or made something on Dreams, and if I was just stumbling on Dreams months later and see my stuff being used in other Dreams, I think it's neat. You know?
Yeah, no, it'd be like an honor to see that. It's like it's definitely that collaborative game development stuff at its best. You know?
Absolutely.
I think they take inspiration in obvious ways, but like they take inspiration from those indie game jams. You know that?
Yes. Like, yeah, I do.
Where that game is totally like a big one of those.
Yeah.
It is cool. Or they have those actual game jams too, right? Where they give people an idea and try and make their own game within Dreams in that week. I don't know.
Oh, really? Dude,
I think so. I've done it a few times where it was like, oh, everyone try and make a sci-fi game this week and we'll pick the best one.
Nice. Wait, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
No, that's great.
Cool. That's cool. But the biggest takeaway from the Paris Games Week 2015 thing was that
the Wild trailer.
Wait, what? The Wild?
I'm sorry, I just had to mention for a second. At Paris Games Week 2015, there was a trailer for that game called Wild, where you play as a bear. Do you remember it?
Okay, vaguely.
There was a bear and you were like a bird, and there was a big snake lady at the end of it.
Oh my fuck. Do you have anything more I can grab from? Because I kind of remember it.
You could play as like any animal, and it was like this pretty cinematically edited set piece where this guy was being a bird, snake. Then a giant snake lady appeared.
Couldn't you transfer your excuse me? Couldn't you transfer like your soul essence and be anything?
I think so.
Off a whim? Okay, I do remember that.
All right. I'm sorry, I didn't want to go off on too much of a tangent there, but that game looked really cool, and I don't think we've seen anything of it since.
You know what game looked really cool that we haven't heard from since?
What?
This game called, oh my god, how can I forget the name of this game? Biohazard? No, Bio something.
Resident Evil?
No.
Okay.
Fuck, what is that game called? Bio something. It's supposed to be made by Avalanche Studios, right?
Oh!
And you played as like a little homie. What am I thinking of? Bio something.
Oh,
I'm trying to look it up right now.
That TSU Nordic's doing it.
Yeah.
Right, Biomutant.
Biomutant. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
I want to play that game.
Yeah, it might be cool.
But I don't know. Not out yet. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, they haven't talked about it in years, so I'm a little concerned that game is dead.
I think they showed it at Gamescom this year.
In 2019?
I think so.
Did they?
And there was like a $500 collector's edition. I think I remember this.
Wait, they have a $500 Biomutant collector's? Are you serious?
I think so.
$500? What the hell?
Maybe not $500, but like maybe above $300. Like,
listen,
absurdly expensive CE.
If it's $500, that thing better come to life or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crack my back or something. That's wild. But the biggest takeaway from Paris Games Week 2015 was that there would be a beta in 2016 in the following year, right? Got a lot of people hyped. You know what I'm saying? And then I like this era of Dreams because this is where we get into the troublesome era of Dreams. You know what I'm saying? Right around here, right?
What? No safe search filter? Was it that kind of thing?
No. I mean, like when they started announcing the betas, and there never was a beta for like 2 years. You know
yes. When we thought it might get canceled.
Yeah. Those were interesting times, right? So
rough years.
In 2016, when that came around, they said nothing new about the game as far as I'm aware, but they did say that they would push the beta until 2017. And then in 2017, it got delayed to 2018, which got a lot of people like, oof, you know, is this coming out? Is this real? Whatever.
Big oof.
Then in 2018, at the very end of like, there were articles I remember. I think Polygon or Kotaku wrote one where it was 2018 and it was like November. They're like, okay, guys, unless Media Molecule drops his demo in 6 weeks, it's not coming out this year, and people were
I
like,
totally
yo,
remember that.
yeah, everyone's like, yo, are you dropping like this beta? Like, and they were still persistent, like, no, like it's coming out this year,
Oh my god, yes.
and it's like straight up Thanksgiving, like yo, what are we doing here, right?
Yeah.
But then miraculously, right, fans who signed up for the Media Molecule newsletter, mind you, before they told us this, right? So it wasn't that they said, hey, if you sign up for the Media Molecule newsletter in the next day or so, whatever, you'll get access, to this closed demo. It was anyone that was signed up for the newsletter before they announced it, which was always jarring to me,
Before they announced Dreams?
Before they announced that those that were signed up for the newsletter will be given access to a closed demo that started on December 19th, right? But
they showing their most loyal fans some love.
Yeah, the like absolute most loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't even like if you wanted to sign up for the closed demo after they announced it, you couldn't get the newsletter and get access to the demo. Like, it was strictly just for people that were on the newsletter before they even announced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the hardest of hardcore, right? So they technically got access. I mean, not technically, they did on December 19, 2018. So I guess holistically, they did launch a beta before 2018 ended. So, I mean, yeah, by like 9 days, whatever. So they're really, really cutting it thin there. But they also announced a public beta via signups that were separate from the newsletter stuff. So, like, it was like a separate sign-up sheet, because I remember signing up for this beta that would kick off January 4th. So then after January 4th, they'd have both the public beta and the closed demo being ran simultaneously up until where all of it ended on the 21st. Does that make sense? I don't think I said that right.
It does make sense. I did not get into either of these betas.
Yeah, me neither. I really wanted to. Actually, no, so let's see. So to be technical, right? On January 4th is when they opened the signups for the public beta, which would then launch on January 8th. So the public beta started January 8th.
Oh, and they only started taking
signups on the 4th.
Requests. Okay,
Yeah.
so 4 days.
You had 4 days to sign up for it, right? For the public. And then both the closed demo and the public beta ended on January 21st, 2019. But during this time, this is one of, I think, Dream's best times. If you recall this Christmas of 2018, because there were a lot of people that were making a lot of really, really cool stuff on Dreams. This was the first time, the fans got access to Dreams, right?
Was this the PT moment?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, it was cool as hell. Like, we started seeing on Twitter, like, and people started going extremely viral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of a lot of this stuff. But before we even get to, those stuff, the main point of the betas were to show off and gather feedback for the creation tools that were the main focal point of the game. And the beta didn't require PS Plus for online functionality, but it did lack PSVR support and other major parts of the game, like the campaign or the main story of Dreams as well. So those were all left out. This was strictly just for the creators to test out the tools and give feedback for back to Media Molecule and stuff like that.
It supports Move controllers still to this day?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm pretty sure this one also did Move controllers. I believe so. I'm pretty sure. But it's clear that it was a very limited beta. But it was definitely for the die-hard fans to, test and get negative reception over, like, this tool set, whatever, or this tool wasn't working right, and it definitely was a testing time for that. Like, it was truly a beta, right? But out of that beta, there were a ton of really cool stuff that got made, including like a Dead Space thing. I think some. Yeah, like that, and there were a ton of different articles around that holiday break of people like just making the coolest things, bro. That's when I was like, wait, this is insane. Because that's when we started to get like a lot of the like very impressive stuff on Dreams, even like to this day.
No, 100%. And if you remember too, like people would be criticizing, Media Molecule for the way this game had been marketed up until this point,
Yeah.
because it didn't really know how to market or sell or talk about it really. But then once people got their hands on it, like you said, people went crazy viral on Twitter. It seemed like the game was selling itself at this point.
Yeah. And I forget. I think me and Christian talked about this on not James Clicks. What the hell? On Joy Clicks Gamescast, episode 1, where
James
we were.
Clicks.
Yo, I'm gonna start James Clicks, bro. I don't know who James is, but
I'm in.
let's. Oh my god, I'm dying. Anyway, so, shit. What was I saying?
You were talking to Christian about the viral tweets.
Right. Okay.
about
Gotcha.
Dreams.
Gotcha. Okay. So we made the point that like we both felt that like Dreams isn't a game that you can just make a trailer for and properly convey the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it was gonna take this. Like it was gonna take Media Molecule doubling down and giving us access to this game and letting us mess around with these tools to be able to show the full potential of Dreams. Right. 100%.
I agree. I mean, it's also like, you remember like whenever a publisher has a new like online multiplayer game they're trying to sell, and before release they'll like say it's all esports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they'll have like these scripted esports bits, and oftentimes the games will come out and it never gets an esports audience.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of the same way what happened with Dreams here. Like they could have probably tried to manufacture that beforehand, but with the way they went about it, it actually just ended up being entirely sincere.
I agree.
So it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I agree. But if you recall, also during that time where we got really cool things made in Dreams off the betas, like the Dead Space and the PT demo and stuff like that, a lot of the creators were breaking the NDA that was with the beta and the public beta. No,
right.
With the closed demo and the public beta, there was an NDA attached to that, right?
The NDA was a bit stupid in hindsight, I feel like.
Oh, 100% it was stupid. Oh, absolutely. Like how are you gonna
I'm sorry.
A beta and a demo, right? Like,
I was just praising them for like having the market sense to just show off this game to everyone, but I guess they didn't think that far.
Yeah, that is where is the biggest like. Why would you? Why?
Yeah,
like if this was mainly a beta and demo to, test your tools and stuff like that and have people create stuff, why wouldn't you assume that they would want to share what they've created?
Right. But they make,
And maybe they just didn't understand the foresight of how much attention was garnered by the people that were just breaking the NDA and just showing off the game,
Yeah.
Like it reminded me very much of like old school Nintendo before the Switch launched, where you weren't allowed to upload gameplay unless you were in like this creator agreement with Nintendo, and like they would take like some crazy cut of your revenue from videos. Something I don't know a lot about that because I never was a Nintendo creator. You know what I'm saying? But I know there was that program.
Was Sony and Media Molecule like taking down people's links and tweets and stuff about it?
Yeah. Like,
oh wow!
I like tried to get clips of those old school, PT and Dead Space demos that were made in Dreams, but they're all taken down. Yeah. So
damn, that's still up there in Dreams though.
Oh, like the actual level?
Yeah, the PT one is there.
Hell yeah. That's cool. But that I feel like was the biggest sore spot of like, and like a lot of people were like, hey, like, next time you do a beta, how about you not have an NDA, so we can all see the cool stuff that people are making in Dreams and see the potential that Dreams has, And then here comes Media Molecule back again on March 28, 2019, a few weeks and I guess months after the demos and the betas ended during that Christmas season. They announced the official Dreams early access version of the game, right? Which will be released on April 16, 2019. It would cost $30 and accompany more features than the betas and the demos that were released a few months prior. And they also announced that it will be regularly updated, I believe on a semi-regular basis. Not sure how much it actually got updated. I never got into it, but they said that they would implement more features as development went on towards the full game towards Dreams. This also was kind of interesting because, PlayStation was like very vocal about like not allowing like early access stuff on PSN,
Right.
And I feel like
Fortnite was the exception, right? And
yeah. I feel like overall Fortnite definitely was the main proponent of change on that aspect, but maybe Dreams also was in a way that too.
Honestly, I think maybe I was trying to think. I think Fortnite and now Dreams might just be the two exceptions.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is early access. I can't think of any. I don't know. So maybe you're right. Probably true. Sounds about right. But of course, the main point of the early access version was to still promote the creation tools and get feedback from players. But they did add more content into it as well, right? And so there were a few benefits to early access. The most important, I feel, of them all being the removal of the NDA. So you could freely share and stream and post any creations you make on Dreams, which it should have been like that from the jump. But nonetheless, that was added into the early access version of the game. Well, they also said that you could upgrade to the full release. Well, it would automatically upgrade to the full release when they released the full game at no extra charge. So it was really like you are buying Dreams ahead of time for, we didn't know at the time, but was likely going to be a lower price, and it was a lower price than the full release of the game. And of course, no NDA on the game, so that was cool. You could stream whatever, all the good stuff. But they also stated,
I feel like you're paying for it. They can't do an NDA at that point.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Oh, but dude, like, imagine if you paid for it and they saw the NDA. God damn,
that'd be crazy.
Imagine getting like banned from PSN or something crazy like that.
Dude, that's like my nightmare.
I would die.
Because I've invested so much dollars into the PSN ecosystem at this point.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I mean, like, our PSN accounts, if you haven't changed your PSN account, right, they're worth a lot, dude.
I've heard horror stories of like people getting hacked on PSN because like FIFA, Ultimate Packs or whatever. And then Sony bans them, and then they can't play any of the games they bought anymore.
That's so upsetting, bro. It's like, what do you do at that point? Like,
I don't know. Make sure you have 2-factor authentication on.
Oh, I definitely do on my
just
account.
Pray every night.
Pray every night to Shuei Yoshida. Please don't ban my shit.
Please don't ban my shit. I'm sorry. Fuck Jim.
Oh yeah, now
What's
I can't
his
play the. Jim Ryan.
Jim Ryan.
Yeah.
Jim Ryan, please don't come for me.
No disrespect to Jim Ryan. Right.
Yes.
Or oh my God, no. What's the other guy? He came from Gorilla.
Herman Holst.
Holst. I almost said. Wow, I really almost said Hugh Hefner. Wow, I really almost said Hugh Hefner is the head of Sony Worldwide Studios. Wow.
What would Hugh Hefner greenlight at Sony?
All of the weird anime stuff. It's all good, man. Bring it in.
He'll bring back BMX XXX.
Absolutely. He would go as far as like, hey, every month, PS Plus, one of them, a weird anime game that just sexualized,
Wasn't Jared Leto playing Hugh Hefner in a movie?
Is that really happening?
I thought so, but I could be wrong.
Does he give off a Hugh Hefner vibe? Granted,
Jared Leto, I don't know what vibe he gives off. It's not good.
I mean, now it's going to be Morbius, so.
Maybe that'll be a good vibes. I don't know.
Perhaps. Trailer wasn't that bad, but wow.
What's up with that PS4 SpiderMan in there?
Dude, oh my God, I have so many thoughts, man.
What does that mean? I have so
many thoughts about it. Okay, guys watching Road to Dreams, we're going to take a 3-minute interstitial here, okay? Consider this a break, right?
Okay.
We're going to take a little break. Okay, look. So here are my thoughts, right? I feel like one of two things is happening here. One is that in the same vein that in our world, right, every artistral, is that a word? I'm going to say it.
I don't know.
Artistral representation of, any hero, whether it be Wolverine or Spider-Man or Iron Man, you know what I'm saying? They don't look exactly how they look in real life, right? So maybe that's what they're trying to emulate in the movie. That like, hey, like this is a creative's person representation of Spider-Man, even though it doesn't look like MCU Spider-Man, but somehow it looks exactly like the Raimi suit in the Spider-Man PS4 loading screen. You know?
Okay.
And it's like, okay, maybe. Yeah. Or what I think really might be the case is that maybe there was a Sony intern that got told by a upper exec, hey, put Spider-Man on the wall and write murderer over it, you know, to tie it into the MCU canon of spoilers for Far From Home. You know, Spider-Man's identity being let out and Mysterio framing him for being the villain in the whole thing of Far From Home, right? So do that. And maybe the intern didn't understand that when whoever was telling him to do that said Spider-Man, clearly he was talking about MCU Spider-Man and not just Google Spider-Man and find a literal picture of any Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he doesn't understand the difference of that. Like, I think that could honestly be it. But then it's like, how many people saw that trailer before it went up? And no one noticed that.
It's bizarre. Like, does that also mean, like, on set they had a picture of that printed out on a wall?
Yeah.
Like I would assume that kind of looked like it was, like, post-edited in for some reason.
That definitely did not look like it was actually there. That 100% looked like it was edited. Like, that did not look, like, practical. You know what I'm saying? But
it's weird. I liked your original theory where, like, maybe someone's in the world's artistic render of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's a scene where, like, Ted Price walks up to Jonah Jameson being like, hey, I got this picture of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then, like, maybe, you know, it acts as a two-prong, like, all right, like, that's a nod for the viewers that know what that is. Like, hey, cool, like, that's a nod to us, but, like, in the story lore, in the world that they built, it's another person's representation of Spider-Man. You know, like, I could see that, but I still think it's really weird, man.
Sony is allowed to merge all of their Spider-Man properties if they want to, I feel like, and they could go for it in a way that probably wouldn't offend me. Like, if they want to put the voice actor for Peter Parker in the next Spider-Verse, like the voice actor for Spider-Man PS4 in the next Spider-Verse, I'd be okay with that.
I would cry open mouth.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I would cry open mouth. You know, and plus, like, Spider-Verse makes a lot of sense because, like, we're talking about different Spider-Man from different universes. So
yeah, blow it open. You know.
Yeah, screw it. You know, like, that is like a free reign, do whatever you want, but.
Maybe that's how they explain it. Like, maybe it was a glitch from the Spider-Verse thing opening at the end of it. And that's how it goes.
I still think it's really weird that they used not just the Raimi suit, but the Raimi suit loading screen from a Spider-Man PS4. Funny. It's so odd. I looked at that and I paused. I'm like, that's the fucking loading screen.
It's a lack of, I think, research, probably.
It has to be.
I bet it'll be fixed by the movie. But maybe, I hope it is.
Or maybe it's covering something else that we're not supposed to see yet. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like that Spider-Man Collector's Editions where they didn't want to show anyone what the statue was before release.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't even know what that was at the end.
Spider-Man.
Probably.
Anyway. Wait, where were we at? Okay, so early access gets released. If you bought early access, the game would upgrade to the full version once the game releases. And here is the craziest thing about early access that still boggles my mind to this day, right? I don't know if you recall this, but Media Molecule stated that early access would be sold to consumers at a limited quantity.
Yeah.
They said that there was a cap to how many early access versions would be sold. Number one, clearly it was to artificially get people to buy it because
I did feel a bit weird about this.
100%, because how the fuck can you run out of a digital thing? But okay. Like
I mean, I woke up on time or something to buy this game when it was coming out of early access.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know, I might have had bad sleeping habits at the time that, like, waking up at 11 a.m. doesn't seem like the worst thing for someone to do.
Right.
But, like, I was, like, up there with my card being, like, I'm ready to buy Dreams and make sure I get it before it sells out. Yeah. And then it was up there all day, then all weekend, then all week, and I was like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Like,
I'm happy everyone could still buy the game, but I guess I was like, man, I didn't need to buy this right now then.
It was weird. It was very weird. Like they and they said multiple times, like, hey, like, this is gonna be sold in limited quantities, you know. And throughout the entire duration of early access, which we will talk about when they closed early access at the next point, it never got taken off PSN, and anyone could buy it at any time during that entire period. And it was from like April till like December of 2019. You know, it was up the entire time. So I don't know if that was a tactic to maybe you bought into the tactic, and maybe, you know, they wanted a lot of people to buy it and have like a fear mongering tactic where there was a feature that you couldn't buy Dreams, you know, maybe.
I bet what it was like they probably intended it to be limited at first, but then the money was like too good. They were funding their 7-year development cycle back again, so I think they just saw it as a win, which I can understand.
Right. I guess yeah.
I did feel a bit wronged, I guess, that it didn't sell out, but I guess I can't be too mad. So,
I mean, that theory actually makes a lot of sense. Of like they like saw how much attention and how much Dreams was garnering. Like why stop the flow? You know?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. But
I mean, that's what happens with games sometimes, right? Why they launch in early access is like because they're running out of money right now.
Yeah.
Put it out early. Let's fund it a bit more while we get to the finish line.
Absolutely. I don't know. I just thought it was always tacky because, like, how the hell do you run out of a digital thing? But
yeah.
But like
they should have just upfront just said, "Hey, Dream is going to come out in early access right now." That's it.
100%. And like
no limited thing was necessary.
Yeah, and 100%. This is for mainly the creators. You know, there won't be a story mode. There won't be PSVR mode. Or any features involving PSVR. This is purely for those that want to create in Dreams. Help us promote this game. Here you go. You know, to me that would have been fine. But also, do you think it could have been like some sort of limitation in servers? That maybe the game like looking at it from a server standpoint. They didn't have access to all the servers that they would need, and they would only have access to them at when the game fully launched.
Honestly, I bet that was totally a concern there.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know, man. But yeah, early access was supposed to be limited, but never got limited, if I may. But then last month on December 5th, 2019. Look at that, we're at 2019.
Wow, the PSX 2019.
Hate to see it. I wish, man. I hope PSX comes back someday.
We're gonna get Gamescom and Paris Games Weeks now every year, and that's it.
I really hope PSX comes back this year. I'm gonna say it again, but I really want to go.
Yeah, I want to go. I wanted to go to E3, but I guess I'll never do it.
Yeah, E3 now I have no reason to go to. So
it's unfortunate.
It sucks because like growing up, like
that was the dream.
Man, I was literally like Deku, like in my room, like someday I'll be like All Might, and like someday I'll go to E3. And then now I fucking can't. So, and then recently it was like someday I'll go to PSX because PSX is right. I mean, both PSX and E3 take place in a state right over me. It's right there. You know, it's like a 5-hour drive, not even. But oh well. Woe is me. On December 5th, 2019, Media Molecule took to the PS blog to announce a variety of things. One being that the ability to buy Dreams Early Access version was coming to a close. So they said like 2 days after the posting of that, on December 7th would be the last day you would be able to purchase early access, and for those who missed the date would have to wait until the full release of the game. However, functionality and access to Dreams would remain intact and uninterrupted throughout the whole time until release. So if you had early access, if you have it right now, you can still play it. You just any new people that want to play Dreams can't buy it until full release. You know, so that's that. So for example, you can play it and I can't. You know, because
I'm sorry. I'd share it with you if I could.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Well, did you? I'm surprised you never got it.
I really am too, because it was always like, oh, okay, like eventually I'll buy it just to have it. You know, at a cheaper rate, whatever. But I don't know. I'm an idiot.
And honestly, like I think people had like maybe put some fear in me at the time, but like when they announced it for like $30, I was like, oh my god, that's a great price. I gotta get it right now.
It is.
And
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, I think $30, $40, those are amazing prices.
Absolutely.
Because like at the time, I think maybe one of the Game Informer guys said like I could see them selling this like an Adobe subscription or something, and I was really scared about it.
Fuck that.
About this being like $20 a month or like $800 flat. Like
$800 flat.
You know,
bro, can you imagine your PSN card? And then
oh no, that'd be messed up.
And it's $875.92.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
God,
but you know what I mean though, because like it looked like an actual game engine, and honestly, it is.
Yeah,
it's like
100%.
I don't know, and you can like export your assets to it, right? Like export your assets to PC on it, I think, and 3D print stuff.
Oh my god,
so,
can you?
I think so.
Dude, that's really cool.
It is neat.
That is neat. But also in that same post, they announced and detailed the upcoming Impy Awards, which you brought up earlier in the show. The Impy Awards will be taking place January 26th, so about 12 days from now. And it's supposed to highlight some creators on Dreams that have made really cool levels and have done really cool stuff in Dreams. And the awards range from best visuals, best gameplay, to one of the fan voted only categories, the quote, the wish I had thought of that award. And those are some, like, there's a bunch of articles that, not articles, a bunch of the awards that are voted on by the Media Molecule staff, and then there's a few select ones that are voted on by the public, and by those that have played Dreams and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how they differentiate like the random person versus someone that has played Dreams. Maybe you sign to your PSN and vote. I'm not really sure. Maybe. Yeah, and like they ping your trophies maybe. I don't know. But nonetheless, that's going down. And honestly, I think this is one of the really cool ways that they are advertising Dreams. I think this is a really, really neat idea. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta emphasize the community aspects of it. And I feel like they were doing a good job.
100%. Like yeah. I feel like however many people are creating Dreams consistently and are in Dreams consistently, like making assets and making levels, I feel like this would be a good way to keep them in. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't it be cool as fuck, right? If you got an award off of Dreams. Like, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool.
Honestly,
is there? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you said it, but is there like a prize, like a cash prize or anything like that?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't think there's any prize. Maybe there might be, but I just think it'd be cool to like put on like a resume, and like,
yeah,
not like I'd put it on like every resume, but a resume going specifically to like a game development studio.
Oh, for sure.
Like that'd be cool. Like yo, like I want an award in Dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like that's lit.
That 3D. I mean, all the programming stuff is absolutely that too, but that 3D modeling stuff is straight up like I think like 3D modeling.
Yeah.
Like I think you could totally take that and just go to like I don't know Pixar.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Work on Ratatouille or something.
Oh. Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Second. No. Okay. No. Okay. All right.
They shouldn't make us like one. It was perfect.
Listen, Pixar hire us, man. But I think that is a really cool way of advertising Dreams, as well as I assume you watched the Game Awards this year, right?
I did.
Did you see that crazy Jumanji quest thing that they had going on?
Yeah, I did see that.
Bro, I was like, are you kidding me? Honestly,
that was pretty smart, it seemed like.
It was weird, but I was like, dude, that's so smart. Oh my God. I would have never thought of that. I would have never in a million years thought of that.
That is some like Sony Pictures PlayStation synergy that never really happens.
Dude, I think I said on stream, I was like, listen, I don't know who the hell came up with that, but like he or she needs a raise.
Totally.
Or something, because that is brilliant advertising. Brilliant.
It was that idea that made Jumanji 2 make $1 billion.
100%. It was solely that man, or woman, of course, But nonetheless, the last thing we got here on the bullet note on the old Google Doc is that on December 10th, Dreams was officially announced to be released on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2020.
Woo!
And the game officially went gold this month on January 6th, 2020. So there we go.
It truly has been a long road.
It's been a long road, bro. It went from a tech demo in 2012 to
being canceled 15 times.
have have a release of the beta took 3 years alone.
Yeah.
Damn.
8 betas.
Had many Dreams creators taken down via an NDA that shouldn't have been there in the first place for a creative game like Dreams. Why are we shitting on Dreams?
30 E3s. No, we're not shitting on it. I
Yeah,
respect
know.
it.
Wait.
It's actually cool. Again, I said this before,
Yeah,
but like
100%.
these unmarketable weird ass games Sony puts out is always really cool.
I'm purely shitting on the road to Dreams, not
Yes.
not Dreams itself. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm glad they got to take their time with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, wait, you know what's funny thing about that? Like, damn, Sony had some of their best E3s and left E3 in the time of this development thing. Like, that's wild. Damn.
If they just waited for the PS5 reveal event to be like before the Dreams release date, that'd make me really happy. If the PS5 was announced 1 week before Dreams came out, I would be ecstatic.
I mean, I have a theory about Dreams that I will go into more detail in the future, but I feel like Dreams could be could be bundled into the PS5.
Sure.
And
I would love that.
Oh, 100%. And like have it act as like the Wii Sports of the PS5, you know?
Dude, Xbox is gonna like bundle theirs with like Game Pass and like 300 games, but with PS5 you get Dreams and a million games.
Dude, I'm almost convinced that Xbox is gonna be like, listen, y'all, if you guys buy a Series X in the first month, you'll get Game Pass for life. Like, I feel
that'd
like,
be savage, right?
oh, dude,
They could do it, well, not that much, but like I feel like 6 months to a year of it could be crazy for them.
let's say a year. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
unlimited is probably too much.
Yeah.
I could see them doing like, hey, the first Series X that gets sold, that person gets Game Pass
Yeah.
for life.
The
I
guy
could
that
totally
buys
see
at
that.
like Times Square's Best Buy or whatever.
Yeah, like that, because there's always that one guy. I'm dying. Honestly, that guy could not be me, because best believe I'll be adding the PS5 pre-order to my Amazon cart and not leaving the house, because
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I hate going outdoors, as you all know.
Yeah. You know, I've never done the console launch thing though before, and I always wanted to.
I kind of did. So for the PS4, I got it in the first week, not the first day, the first week.
I mean, I got the PS4 on day one. I'm not flexing here, but I did.
Damn.
But I'm talking about like the 1 week thing. You know, like not the 1 week. Like the lineup outside a cold area.
Yeah.
You know, like if you remember when the Wii came out, there were all these stories for like the next few months of like everyone's dads camping out at Targets and Best Buys.
I mean, the Wii was artificially just like, they artificially made that console hard to get.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was wild as fuck.
I want to partake in one of those at some point, but I don't know if I'll ever do it.
With the PS4, right? I was able to get the first week. Within the first week, I was able to get PS4, but
no pre-order.
No pre-order. In the first week, I'm trying to remember. Black Friday fell upon the first week of the PS4, right? So we were Black Friday shopping, and I got the last PlayStation 4 in all of the Walmarts in the Phoenix area of Arizona that week. The guy was looking it up. He's like, dude, you literally have the last one, like in the entire city of the first shipments of PS4s.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, pretty cool.
That was a blessed PS4.
It was. Now
you traded to GameStop to get a PS4 Pro. What happened to it?
Oh my god, dude. So I did trade in to get a PS4 Pro, right?
Okay.
And oh my god, I literally still have nightmares about this. Okay, so it was like a month after, right? So I didn't want to trade in the PS4 until I beat Wolfenstein the New Colossus. Wait, what was the second
New
one
Order?
called? The New Order. That was the second one, right?
New Colossus was the second one, yes.
Okay, then it was New Colossus, right? I beat the game. Next day, I traded in my PS4. I get the PS4 Pro. You know what I'm saying? Start playing God of War. Having a great time. It's looking great. I'm in 4K. You know, I'm in the future, right? Then I think, man, like, I wonder how Wolfenstein would look on the PS4 Pro, because, man, like, Wolfenstein looked great on the PS4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I look in the game case. This not there. I'm like, huh.
No.
I'm like, huh. I'm like, damn, like, wait, why is it not in the game? I'm like, holy fuck, I left in the PS4.
That's crazy.
I left it in the PS4. So I go back the next day, right? And I'm like, hey, is there a chance that you guys still have that specific PS4? And he's like, nah, man. Like, dude, we sold that shit. And I'm like, bro, I left Wolfenstein 2 in there.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's yeah, tragic.
I'm surprised they didn't like try the disc slot, you know, to inject it immediately.
That's what I thought.
Because like when I traded in a few consoles at GameStop, and they always check and make sure everything's okay. Like I traded in a Switch recently, and like they checked out every single part in a way that maybe they thought it looked super shady or something.
The only thing he did was turn it on to make sure it booted up, but that's it. So, oh well.
Well, if you remember too, with the original PS4s, I think they had like messed up disc slot problems, or some of them did, where like people's drives stopped like ejecting discs, or sorry to eject discs randomly while playing games.
That would be so annoying. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would die.
I never had that, unfortunately, but
I never had
that sounds
that
bad.
Yeah. All of my PS4 Pro, I mean, all of my PS4s have ran smoothly for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, my PS4 Pro is really loud, but otherwise it works really fine.
My dude, my Pro sounds like a 747 sometimes.
Yeah, dude, same.
Bro, I'm like, are you gonna go on vacation, my boy? Like, are you about to take off? Like, do I need to clear the room? Whatever. It's crazy.
I have to wear headphones when I play it now.
Absolutely.
This is the way.
This has been fun. We talked a lot about stuff that wasn't dreams, but hey, overall, this has been Road to Dreams episode 1.
Talked about dreams, talked about SpiderMan, talked about that Doom Eternal trailer.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. Did we talk about Doom?
No, we didn't. I just wanted to slip that in.
That
Doom 2 looks
hot.
great.
God damn, that trailer was hot.
The first one's amazing.
I did just beat the first one a few days ago. It was great.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I loved it. It was really good. But that has been Road to Dreams episode 1. We will come back next week for episode 2. It might be just by myself, might be with someone else, but nonetheless, where can the people find you if you want them to find you? Robot Rock on Discord.
I've got a YouTube channel that I sometimes update. I might do it again soon, but if you just Google Omar Nakvi on YouTube, just try it. You might find it. That's all I got.
Fucking try it, man. Try it. There we go.
Just try it out.
Deal. And of course, thank you for coming here on this inaugural
Kevin,
episode.
thank you for having me.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. You should get Christian on. He was making McDonald's aesthetic remake of Mario 64, I think, on Dreams.
He did talk about that on Gamescast. Yeah, he will be on one of the episodes. I'm not sure. It might be episode 2, guys. I'm not sure when he's coming on, but he has agreed to come on the Road to Dreams because I want to get people that have played Dreams and have experience in Dreams, because I don't. You know, I'm a peasant over here on this side. You know?
I'll be honest, I'm not too deep into the creation stuff because the tutorial is extremely intimidating, but I'll get to it next month.
He said that was a long tutorial too. Yeah. So he said that. Well, I will be playing it as well next month as well. So
hell yeah.
There we go. And if you all enjoyed this Road to Dreams content, make sure to leave a like on the videos, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below, if you have played Dreams, let me know your thoughts on Dreams. Let me know in the comment section. How do you feel about this long development cycle of the game? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea? Some people think that Mini Molecules should have just made Little Big Planet 4. Let me know what your thoughts.
No.
I mean, I'm not with that. I say
those games were great, but it was over.
I
honestly felt nothing for 3 when it came out.
Damn, he felt nothing.
Which is depressing.
He felt nothing, just like my ex when she left me. Anyway, hope you
sorry.
No, okay. Hope you all enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Stick around for Road to Dreams episode 2 at a later date, presumably next week. Thank you for watching, and as always,
oh god, sorry, big greatness awaits.
Dude, you nailed it, bro.
Sick.
The plane was in the air. I saw smoke, but it still landed.
Hell yeah.
There we go. All right, bye guys.